Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Flawless by LAURAIom. It's so great to see you guys here. Today's video is focusing on my top 10 tips for dealing with exam stress. So whether you are going through exams at school for the first time, maybe in sixth form or college, or even university or out in the world of work, sometimes we still have to deal with exams. So here are my top 10 tips for getting through the stress of exam season. So stay tuned if you're interested. So guys, I'm really excited to do this video today. It's my first self-care video. So those of you that have been following me for some time, my channel and my Instagram and Facebook focuses on makeup, beauty, skincare and also self-care. I've done a lot of posts on self-care, but this is my first video on self-care. So let's get into it. Okay, so if there's any funny noises during this video, it'll be my dog, Caesar, making noises. It's also springtime, so the birds are singing a lovely chorus outside the windows, so these things might feature heavily within the video, but hopefully we'll go through unimpeded. Exam season, as with lots of times in life, can be a stress-inducing time. Stress can actually be quite a positive biological response to things in our life that are going on that require quite a lot of our effort and attention. Stress can be an incredible motivator and encourage us to push on forward and do our best. However, too much stress in our life can cause health problems. It can leave us feeling anxious, overwhelmed and confused, and these are perfectly normal feelings during such a time as exam time. However, if you follow my top 10 tips, it can help reduce the negative effects of stress. Let's face it, we don't want to be left feeling tired, overwhelmed and confused, and feeling buckled under the pressure because we want to do well. Following these top 10 tips will help you navigate exam season, hopefully with the skills and the self-care routines to navigate the stress. Number 1, take regular breaks. You've got your revision plan, your revision timetable, you've got your to-do list, you're working through it. It can be quite tempting to work for hours and hours and hours on end, thinking that the more you get done, the more productive you will be. Research shows, and probably from your own experience of learning so far, the longer that you try and sit down and concentrate for, over time, your concentration will decrease. Therefore, my top tip is to revise solidly for 40 to 50 minutes and then take a 20-minute break. This allows your brain to reset and rest, so when you go back into another session of revision, your brain is in a place where it's receptive to learning more. In your 20-minute break, I suggest you leave the area in which you are studying, go and make yourself a cup of tea, hot chocolate, move about, go and interact with your family, your friends. You might nip out and walk the dog around the block, or we'll go for a quick 5-10 minute walk. Maybe you'll grab some healthy snacks, but whatever you do, make sure that you're taking a break away from your revision. Number 2, exercise. Exercise is part of a healthy lifestyle, but it's incredibly important to do and to keep up with it during the exam season. Exercise, as we know, has many incredible health benefits, including the release of endorphins, the feel-good hormone. Who doesn't want to feel good? During the exam season, if you're keeping up with your exercise, it will help to alleviate stress, make you feel better, and therefore help to reduce your stress levels. Whatever the exercise you do, it doesn't actually matter, as long as it's something that you personally enjoy. So perhaps you like going for a vigorous walk, maybe you like to jog, run, perhaps you like to dance, or you're going to dance classes, maybe you like to hit the gym. Whatever you prefer to do, yoga, make sure you are doing it, because exercise has so many benefits for your body, and in particular in helping relieve stress. So don't let your exercise regime fall by the wayside during revision time and exam season. Keep it up. Number 3, get outdoors. It's so important for your well-being to be able to get outdoors. It makes you feel connected with nature and the world around you, helps you to gain some perspective that there's more to life than revising and exams. It just makes you feel part of the wider world. It's nice to get out in nature, see other human beings, see the trees, see the birds, fresh air in your lungs, sea air. We're so lucky here in the Isle of Man. There's just so many benefits to getting outdoors. If the sun's out, you'll be able to, even just 5 minutes in the sun will increase serotonin levels. So serotonin is a neurotransmitter which works as part of your nervous system. Its function is very multifaceted. However, higher serotonin levels, just to cut a long story short, higher serotonin levels are really important in making your mood, making sure that you're in a good mood, and it is linked to being in a good mood. So for just 5 minutes in the sunshine will increase your serotonin levels. So getting outdoors is so important. Don't be a hermit, and if you have been sitting in studying all day, if you're on study leave or you're taking a study day, don't sit in one place or be in one place the whole day. Make sure at some point in the day that you get outdoors for at least 5 minutes. It will have massive benefits on your health perspective, but also will help you to reduce your stress levels during the exam season. Number 4, don't compare. Have you ever heard of the saying, comparison is the killer of joy? If you start comparing yourself to other people, you just enter a downward spiral, and the more and more you do it, the worse it gets. It increases your stress levels, which could increase your anxiety. So you might compare yourself to your friends who've been revising for longer. Maybe they've revised more than you. Perhaps they're using different revision techniques. Maybe they have finished everything and they're on exam practice questions, or whatever. Remember, we are all unique and we are all individuals. Everybody revises in their own way that is helpful to them. So don't compare yourself to other people. Chances are you are doing exactly what's right for you. No one knows you better than you yourself. So don't compare yourself to your friends during this time. It'll only make you feel worse and could contribute to higher stress levels. So don't compare, you're doing just fine. Number 5, talk to someone. It can be so easy when you're feeling stressed to keep it all inside and bottle it up. Those feelings build up and you end up feeling very isolated and possibly alone, as if you're the only person that's going through all of those stresses. It's really important, as with any time with stress, make sure that you're talking to someone about your worries and your concerns. In your life, there are a lot of people that care about you. If you don't allow other people to support you by opening up and talking to them about your feelings, then you will be left feeling stressed and isolated. So make sure that you connect with the people around you. Your family are a great resource and they do want to be there for you and listen to your stresses and worries. Beyond your family, you have friends that perhaps are going through exam season alongside you. Perhaps you have older friends who have been through it before. Make sure that you talk to your friends about how you are feeling. So you've got your family, your friends, you've got your tutor at school, other teachers and adults that you might feel comfortable talking to and confiding in. This is a time where you need to tap in to the support network that's around you. You've also got professionals that you can talk to as well, such as counsellors, therapists, your GP or your doctor. So make sure that you're tapping into the support around you. Sharing how you're thinking and feeling can just take a weight off your shoulders and make you feel a whole lot better. Sharing with other people can really alleviate your stress during exam season. So don't bottle up, make sure you talk to someone. Number 6, stay hydrated. As with any time in life, it's important for good health to be hydrated, but I encourage you to be hydrated, particularly during exam season. Staying hydrated and healthy has actually been linked to reduction in anxiety. So when I say hydrated, I don't mean drinking just anything, I mean drinking water. Water is so good for your body. Your body and your cells are mostly made up of water. Staying hydrated just allows your body to function at its best. So I'd encourage you to drink water. Herbal tea is another good option. You can flavour your water with cordial or fresh fruit and herbs. I would encourage you to stay away from really sugary energy drinks. I'd encourage you to stay away from caffeine in tea and coffee, as caffeine can give you a real hit and make you feel alert. However, you can then have a come down and crash afterwards. So try and stay hydrated with good water-based choices. If not, better still, water. So not only does it help reduce anxiety, which will induce your stress, staying hydrated improves your concentration levels while you are studying and revising, but also during the exam itself. So drink water. Number 7, sleep. During exam season, it's super important to continue with your good sleep routine. If you are a teenager, you will need between 8 to 10 hours sleep. If you're an adult that's going through exam season, it might be slightly less, somewhere between 6 and 9. But everybody is an individual and might have a number of sleep hours that's different to other people. It might be more or less. But whatever is the optimum for you, make sure that you are continuing to get that during exam season. I'd encourage you not to stay up late studying. I'd encourage you not to sleep in, as this can really disrupt your sleep pattern and your body's natural rhythm. So make sure that you're sticking with your sleep routine. Good sleep will help improve your concentration for revising and studying. It'll improve concentration in your exam as well. Some good sleep hygiene practices include winding down before bed. This includes things like dimming the lights, having a sleep routine where you might light candles, you might use aromatherapy oils, you turn off all your electronics, so your iPad, TV, mobile device, put them all away, and do something that's a little less strenuous on the brain and also takes you away from the blue light that makes you feel more alert that you'd get from your electronics. So I'd encourage you to maybe do something like reading. Maybe you want to write in your journal about how you're feeling, or you could even, if you're not into journaling, you could just write down 3 things you're grateful for about the day that you've had. You could listen to some calming music, but make sure that you're doing something to help you wind down just before you go to sleep. As part of a good sleep pattern, research shows that sleeping in doesn't really have any benefits. It just pushes your sleep routine off. So I would encourage you at the weekend, don't sleep in for loads and loads of extra hours. Try and wake up at the same time every day and go to sleep at roughly the same time. The more and more you do this, the more you encourage your body to stick to a regular sleep routine. It means that the sleep that you are getting is quality sleep, and obviously feeling well rested will help you study and revise and concentrate at your best. So make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Number 8, avoid stress, particularly around the exam. Try and stay away from people that make you feel stressed just before the exam. The exam period is a time where you can be a little bit more selfish. You only get one shot at some of these exams. It's okay to focus on yourself and make sure you're doing your best, even if that means you just need to withdraw from negative and stressful situations in your life for the day before and the day of the exam. Feel free to do that because you need to be doing your best and performing at your best. As we know, stress can be incredibly contagious. So if you're in a group of friends and you have one or two friends that are like your stress heads of the group, that stress, if you are around it, is going to transfer to you, whether you like it or not, just by being around it. So try and avoid stressful situations and people who are stressed, because you will absorb that stress yourself. It is contagious. Post-exam, I would really encourage you not to do an exam post-mortem. Like, stay away from going, oh, what did you write on that question? What did you get on that question? Oh, I missed that out. Whatever. You can't go back and change what happened in the exam. As long as you know in your heart that you went in and did your best, that is all that can be asked of you. You cannot go back and change your answers. So avoid the exam debrief and dissection and picking it all apart. I personally, when I was a student, never ever engaged in dissecting my exam. I would always give the same answer to everybody, including teachers and friends and family. How did the exam go? I just went, yeah, it was okay. And that's literally what I'd say every time, because I wanted to shelve it and move on with my life, because there is nothing I could, once the exam's over, that you can do about it. And worrying about it, it just won't achieve anything. If you can't resist, okay, and you do want to talk about your exam, that's perfectly natural, but I would encourage you to have a window. Pick a time, a length of time where you are allowed to talk about it, and then you have to shelve it. So maybe straight after the exam, for the half an hour after the exam or an hour after the exam, that's your window where you can talk about it, say what you want, talk to other people. After that hour, you shelve it and have a standard answer for everyone. Okay, avoiding the exam debrief, the exam post-mortem, the exam de-stressing will just make you feel so much better, because stress is contagious. And chances are, if you are in exam season, you're going through quite a few exams, not just the one exam. So carrying that stress around with you could affect your other exams and revision that you're still currently undergoing. So try and avoid it at all costs. Number 9. This one's my favourite one. Pick up where you left off. In life, when we have a plan, such as your revision timetable in this case, and you're sticking to it, you're doing all the things, you're feeling great, you're doing your revision, ticking off your to-do list, you're like, yes, got this. You are human, life happens, there will be times where you miss a session, you might sleep in one day, something crops up in your life that you need to deal with, that needs your immediate attention. Sometimes you will not stick to your plan, and that is okay. That is real life. That probably, most likely, will happen. It's so easy to get into this mindset when that happens, where you think, oh God, I'm just going to write the whole day off. I've missed the morning. There's no point now. There's no point now. It's done. That is not the attitude to have. Pick up where you left off, because engaging in that lost time, beating yourself up about it, will only encourage you to go downwards. If, say, you missed your morning session for whatever reason, or whenever you missed something a day, don't worry about it. As soon as you are able to, in the same day or whatever, get back on it. Get back on the revision train. It's okay if you missed a session. The world isn't going to end. But the point is, you got back on it again, and you're doing it, and you're ticking off the to-do list, and that's brilliant. and that's okay. So I would encourage you, pick up where you left off and keep going, because it's all about the journey and keeping on doing it. So I'd really encourage you to do that with your revision. Don't beat yourself up. You're doing such a good job. You just need to stick at it. Finally, we've reached number 10. Number 10 top tip for reducing stress during exam season is keep it in perspective. Exams are important. We all know that. You've been told that your whole life by your parents, maybe school, people around you. Yes, exams are important. It's important that you do your best. It's important that you're present and you have a go. But exams are not everything. Exams, you know, the result that you get from your exams is not going to define you as a person. Okay, you are more than the results that you will achieve from your exams. So try and enjoy the process of the exams. Try and enjoy the learning experience of it. You know, thousands, millions of people before you have been through all of this and have survived. So let's keep it in perspective. You are going to be okay. Everything's going to be absolutely fine. It's all working together for your greater good. So try and keep that in perspective. When you feel bogged down, when you feel stressed, when you feel overwhelmed, try and remember, as long as you're present, you are trying your best, you're doing some revision, you're there for your exam, you give it your absolute all, you have a go at every question. That's all that can be asked of you, okay? You've done your absolute best. So keep it in perspective. There's more to life than the exams, and you are not defined as an individual by the result that you get. So guys, I really, really hope that you found my top 10 tips useful. Have a little look on here. I will write out all of my top 10 tips as a recap, and you can pause this video and screenshot it. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. Give it a like, share it with other people who are going through exam season. Send it to your little brother, send it to your friends. Just share the love. You know, someone out there might benefit from my top 10 tips on how to reduce exam stress. Don't forget you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, flawlessbylauraiom. My YouTube channel focuses on makeup, beauty, self-care. Self-care is all about looking after yourself. It's all about preserving your health, maintaining your health, or improving your health. So I hope that these top 10 tips help you to maintain your health during exam season. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any videos. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, all by the same name, Flawless by Laura. And I do share quite a lot of posts related to makeup, beauty and self-care. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye. And I hope you do well in your exams. You will. Just always do your best. So, Caesar, I'm trying to film a video here. Caesar, no.